Hello everyone on the interwebs, my name is Kotek and today we're going to be watching a Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm replay. Our red Terran in the bottom left corner of the map, playing for Team Axion, hailing from South Korea, home of the Starcraft 2 best of the best. It is Ryung, and it's going to be against our blue Protoss, spawning in the upper right corner of the map. In the blue trunks, playing for Team MVP, it is Swaga, also hailing from South Korea. And the map is indeed Neo Planet S. I almost said Newkirk there, which sadly got removed from the map pool, but it is indeed Neo Planet S. I'm not sure if it's ladder edition or not. You have a nice choke in this ramp. It's kind of weird ramp. Kind of just goes into the gas here. You can still get a nice defense around it. Have this expansion, and you just have this area, right? This awesome general big area. There's a lot of battles that can go on here, and it's quite the choke here. It's you can just have any sort of battle. It's not really beneficial to anyone. Might actually be beneficial for some sort of melee units, like for example the Zerglings or the Zealots, because you can get a nice round. You have this expansion, and you can take this third, which pretty much just has this ramp here. A lot of battles can go on there. It's kind of a weird position. You have to kind of see up, but this guy also has to see up to attack, so it's not beneficial to anyone. We can actually also do some sort of pylon harassment or something, hide some troops, and they come up here and they kill some drones. Or you can go over here, but it's pretty much the same thing. You have this ramp, just leads to the main base, and if you try to attack here it doesn't work, you just try and go for the main base. Or the other way around. Or you can try and get some units around here and just do some harassment over here, and it's actually pretty good. I have to say, it's actually some pretty good harassment. It's a bit further away than this base, so when the troops that are over here try and get over here, it might actually not work as well. Now we're seeing some scouting being done for Ryung, and Swagger, that's an awesome name, I have to say. Swagger is just getting double gas, but 2 probes on each gas, going for that sort of timing. Reaper being made. I have to set myself on busy. There we go. Now Ryung is making a Reaper and then reactor straight away. We've actually seen some players do that. They just make that Reaper and then they just get the reactor. Probably to just make Marines. It can work pretty well. Now Ryung tried to cancel or just delay in general. This expansion actually worked out pretty well. He had to destroy that bunker, but overall it wasn't that big of an advantage. He still had the resources to actually do it. Much report just catches sight of this Reaper, and it didn't do any damage, just took a bit of damage. The factory here being made along with the command center, so it's actually going for 2 things: resources heavy fast right off the bat, because at least from personal experience, even though I don't play Terran that much, you should make either a factory or a command center. You rarely have the money for both, but since he was making the reactor, I guess he kinda was able to save the resources, and the mule here just got him the resources he needed. The Zealot gonna catch sight, but it's on patrol. It's not really an attack move, so it can't do anything. Wow, it actually can, even though he is on patrol move. He can still just chase something that is moving, and doesn't need to actually put the chase player himself. Now robotics facility for a Swagger and the Forge. Wow, that's actually pretty weird. The double gas timing. It's not gonna go for some sort of air composition, just normal composition with the robotics, maybe a couple of Marauders, or just Colossi, just right off the bat, instead of going for the Immortals, which is actually kind of wise, because Ryung is actually just going for Mass Marine, and they can just take care of Immortals so easily, because they don't activate the Hardened Shield. Now the sentry here is almost done. The warp gate research is almost researched. Around 20 seconds left for that to end the research. The Reaper, it might get a kill or two in terms of workers, but the units might just be able to kill it. The sentries, oh, the force field there almost trapped the Reaper, and it almost died. It managed to slip away. Just so lucky, because he just slipped. No Reaper death, and it can just regenerate the health so easily with the new buff from Heart of the Swarm. So now we have a full health Reaper again, and it's just brand new, and you can use it now to just do some sort of harassment. The probe here is going to do some scouting around here, maybe for some drops, something maybe. And another barracks here. Tech lab for the starport, and the barracks here is probably going to take that tech lab as well. And this barracks is going to take something to command centers. They're both starting to max out. The drop here, the Widow Mine drop that almost happened, but it didn't. Dark Shrine for Swagger, so we are going to be seeing some Dark Templar action. But for now, Swagger doesn't have anything to defend. He has a couple of sentries. He has Photon Overcharge in the Mothership Core that he can use, but the robotics way is still not out. There's an Immortal being made. Oh wait, no, not anymore. It was being made, but it isn't anymore. The Immortal, I mean the Colossus, the robotics way is pretty much being constructed at the moment, being warped into a gateway there. Got cancelled. Just want some better positioning with that. Dark Shrine still 35 seconds left until it's made. The drop here almost, it kind of took some damage from that photon cannon, but still Swagger just defending, just warding that drop off, and that's exactly what he needs to do. That drop cannot happen. Widowmine drop can just do a ton of damage if he is not prepared. If the opponent is not prepared. I mean, Dark Shrine is done. He might actually just get more warpins. Where there was a pound, I think there was a, yeah, there's a pound here, needs that sooner. Maybe I'll just use the warp base to just get a couple warpins in the base. Now, Ryung has a much more sizable army, and Swagger does not have any Colossi, and even if he did, he doesn't have the gateway units to actually defend, to just bulk up the army, while the Colossus is in the back doing the damage. So I think that Ryung actually has quite the advantage here. Looking at the army tab, or the active forces tab, just Ryung has a lot more resources spent in terms of army. That's actually pretty good, because look at this, 3 sentries and 1 zealot, but the Dark Templars are on the way towards Ryung's base. He might actually not be able to defend. Just a couple of Marines here, but they're just going to be sent to Swagger's base. So we might actually have a base trade kind of situation. The scan here and the mule cannot be spent here. He needs to get that scan on. Double Dark Templar just sniping the workers. The medevac here almost dropped the Widow Mines. The army here, it's still just so sizable for Ryung. Even if he can't defend this pressure, he needs to march on to Swagger's base to just do some damage. The force fields here are just amazing, but the Mothership Core was focused down, but the Colossus did a lot of damage. 4 kills, about to go to 5 probably, but the Widow Mine, still the Widow Mine, but the Dark Templar here is doing some kills, but it's now dead. There's another one, I didn't actually see it. The Colossus is now dead, but there's another on the field. The drop here towards the main base, while the Dark Templars in Ryung's base are still doing some damage, but there's a turret here, and Ryung managed to get this run on those Dark Templars. The factory here, he needs to land it down. He needs it. Oh, but the Widowmans are about to trigger the Colossus. Oh, but Ryung, GG. Ryung just called it. Called the GG, giving the win towards Swagger, even though Ryung had quite the advantage early on. Something must have happened there. Maybe the engagement here, which is kind of awesome for Swagger. He got those force fields awesomely, and the Colossus did the rest of the job, and the Dark Templar just focused on a kill or two. There was also the upgrade situation, wasn't that of advantages for Swagger. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.